It just keeps getting worse and worse. Now, folks, I've defended Iangarry so much on this channel. I've made so many videos and I've gotten so much hate defending him, saying that if we were in his position, he's a young man with a family, training every day, top 10 in the UFC at the age of, I think he's 26. I mean, that's incredible, but this new video that Layla, his wife, has released on Instagram, I don't know why she would ever release this. Your husband is a fighter, and you're maybe having fun, but you've completely embarrassed him on the internet, and it's been fun to you. And maybe you've convinced him in some way, oh, Ian, it's fun, you've got to learn to be transparent and da-da-da-da-da, but oh my goodness, this is probably one of the most cringe-worthy videos I've ever seen in my life. If you guys have not seen it, it's Iangarry stood outside their house in England singing and lip-syncing to a song, holding flowers and nappies and stuff in his other hand. Wow. I mean, he's got a really creepy smile on his face. He's singing and dancing for her to let him back in the house. It's really humiliating, and I get it. Maybe he doesn't care at all. I understand that. He's always posting about how he doesn't care, but I've defended him so much, and I'm an Iangarry fan. I'm a fan of him, but that really is weird, man. She's literally embarrassing him online by doing that, and it's oh my, I'm just freaked out by it. Now this came out yesterday, and I didn't think too much of it because it was late at night and I was trying to sleep. And then I woke up this morning and I seen it again, and people are reposting it, and I'm sat there like, oh my goodness, that is absolutely creepy as anything. He stood there dancing, and he's like lip syncing to like, fuck you, and then he kind of turns away and he's dancing. Then he kind of smirks and he looks back up at her and stuff, and she's not said a word, he's not said a word. Do you think, so he's obviously started playing the music. She's come to the window after an argument. This is what the whole thing's about. They've had an argument. She kicked him out, then he went and bought her flowers and did the shopping and has come back and is now playing music and dancing. And then she's like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to video this and post it for hundreds of thousands of people to see. Like, Chael Sonnen's replied to a few tweets saying, what on earth is this? Like, what? He's never going to... The Iangarry and Layla stuff was in the past. He came back and he won 2 fights, right? Against Neal and MVP. And everyone was like, oh, let's just leave it now. He did the right thing. He played into it, which made people get over it. Originally, if he had just left everything alone, it would have moved on very quick. But the fact is, he's then played into it, and everyone's like, oh, okay, he's kissing Layla in the crowd before he goes into the Neal fight. No problem. It's done with. Colby's not being mouthy. Ian's saying he'll fight anyone everywhere. I started getting behind him again, like, yes, come on, Iangarry. This is a character, a guy who's obsessed with improving. He'll do anything to win. Okay, I like Iangarry. I made videos defending him, and now it's all happening again. I think he's so hopelessly in love with this woman, but she is maybe just weird, or... I mean, now I've noticed that they're in England at the moment. I've noticed that through stories, and there are all these, refugee... parade rallies and stuff, and I think he just follows her lead. I think he's massively whipped, and I think that's from an outsider's perspective. I like Iangarry. I'm trying to remind myself of this before I slag him off. Do you know how creepy that smile is in that video, and how humiliating that is? It's funny if it's just kicked Ian out of the house, but it's like she's said, oh no, let me quickly get my camera out and film you doing this and put it online, knowing that the reaction that would get. It's so weird, man. Your husband's a professional athlete and fighter. He fights in a cage for a living, and you're literally making him seem like the softest, most whipped poof in the world. Do you know what I mean? And that's essentially what the story is looking like at the moment, and it's really embarrassing. I think people were finally starting to understand, last fight week, all of Twitter was, is it just me or is Iangarry being really likeable this week? He was just being himself. He was being his cocky, confident self, but everyone gets it, that's just him. And now he's being humiliated like that, and it's by his wife. You keep that stuff private. But the lip syncing and the little smirk, it's just a bit... And all this, like, saucy hand movement, it's a little bit... you know, so... I don't know, what are your guys' thoughts on it? I think everyone's just as mortified as I am. It's not okay. I mean, it's not okay, it's just weird. I'm the only reason I'm making a video on it is because I've already gotten comments being like, oh, you defend this guy? I'm like, yeah, I do as a fighter, and I think we all should just leave him alone. But he's not helped himself at all. I need to just get the video out again, because I wonder if she's taken it down. Let me go have a look on her story. Let's go on Layla's story. Oh, there's more. Oh, it's a reel. It's not even a story.
You're crying. You can't lie to me.
Oh my God. I love you. I get that he's just having fun though. He's just being playful. Let's just say that. But it's the fact she's posting it and humiliating him. Chael Sonnen, MMA Guru, all of them, my Twitter is posting it now. Because it's got 65,000 views on her thing. But I think it's just circulating Twitter now. It's a reel. It's not a story. That's on her profile. Is she trying to embarrass him? Is she trying to... Thing is, his credibility as a fighter is dwindling every time something like this happens. He's got a beautiful son, happy family, but the wife, I must admit, is a bit weird. Even for... I don't want to make this about the whole English-Irish thing, but like, an Instagram post years ago, it was like, oh, you know, Layla put up like, oh, my husband's moved to my hometown and all this, and she lives in England. Like, I mean... He's living in like the suburbs of England and stuff, and he only goes... I mean, it's not about nationality, and I don't know why I'm making it about that. It's just stupid, but like, I would just love for Iangarry to go out there and start someone, and report come out saying that they've divorced. It would blow up. He would become so much more likable, and if he started sleeping around with loads of strippers and stuff, that would just be so cool. But it's the fact that she's posted that and humiliated him completely is nuts. He's absolutely embarrassed himself there, right? Now, the thing is with this, I know I'm just rambling, but that's what I do here. Look, this is gonna blow up. I promise you now, I'm getting to this early. This is going to absolutely blow up. Iangarry embarrassing himself, begging Layla to let him in the house. And it's so harmless, but just because of their backstory and how weird people see them as a couple, it's going to blow up, mark my words. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, folks. I've got a vlog channel as well, links down below if you want to go check it out. It's blowing up at the moment. I've got a few hundred subs this month. Very proud of it. By the way, I also want to say I've got an office being built back in Scotland at the moment. So I'm in Thailand for a few more weeks, and then there's an office being made for me. I'm so excited. Going to be great content coming out, better content, and catch you later, boys.